Welcome to Blue Water League Season 12 of the Platinum League. I am Trax, and joining me is Bellatrix and our wonderful producer, Rookie Monster. Up right now, we're picking and banning between Imperial Gaming and Hydropump Great White. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hello everyone. Bellatrix here. Hi Traxon. Hi everyone. It's an honor to be here tonight. And what surprised me the most, no doubt, is the vein because it's blind, and we already had a Ziggs, we already had a Zeri, and it's okay because we have a Brown here, we have a Maokai, and I think these failures can be a good option in the mid-late game against her, but the Nautilus will play a good protection, not only to her, but to Ziggs and to Zeri also. So I'm a little bit worried about Hui and failures trying to reach Vayne against this Nautilus and Sejuani.
Yeah, and next patch, we see some ADC nerfs coming through, but not on this patch. So IG has decided to kind of run with the double ADC meta right now in the solo lane, try to get them that gold lead and the XP advantage so that they can kind of carry the game. As you see, Chef J picking the Ziggs, looking to just neutralize the bot lane. So looking at these two drafts, they both look fairly easy to navigate. My only concern, though, is for Hydro Pump. All of the damage is pretty much going to be on Aphelios or Hue. And if either of those carriers are set behind, I think the team fights could be difficult to navigate. However, if they do well in lane, I think they do have the tools to kind of deal with the engage coming out of the Sejuani and the Nautilus here.
The Nautilus can be a good option in the in the team fights, especially around the Drake. And I like it, but against a Brown, it's a 50-50 because we have engage and disengage options. So the Mokai with the puppets, or how we say here, the potatoes, can be a good slow against the carries, and I think it's a good opportunity for him to reach them and just give the CC that is necessary for them to complete the mission and make space for get closer with Aphelios and Hui.
All right, all right. Well, we do have a couple minutes of spectator delay, so we're going to throw to a real quick break. And when we are back, Imperial Gaming taking on Hydro Pump Great White. Be right back. Welcome back. We are live with game one of Imperial Gaming taking on Hydropump Great White. And kind of right off the bat, we notice that Vayne in the top lane running Ghost. So the macro advantage for JJ here. Looking spicy. Ooh, flash hook gonna miss though. Hunter actually not quite hitting the hook in the tri-brush. Good attempt though, but unfortunately it's gonna be an early summoner blown for the Nautilus, and we'll see if Panda wants to do something about that.
Yeah, Karma just dodged the entire team, and good opportunity to grab the flash away from her, but it's okay. It's not
Minions have spawned.
it's not a good deal right now, but it will be soon because we have a vein with ghost activated too long, so we can wait for something here as well. We have already Brown ready to help with Maokai, and I think some damage. And what do you think about Hui against Zeri?
Well, I think Zeri's in a pretty good spot right now, and I think Zeri just looks to try to farm out. Hui should have the push, so that should give Panda Boat some priority to roam
Mhm.
potentially. But I think the biggest issue with Hui right now is going to be the Vayne playing into it. Oh, up in the bot lane, a little bit of damage going down, but not too much. Early game, Zig's not going to, do a ton of damage at the moment. But yeah, my concern is no Barq up in the top lane right now, navigating that Vayne in late game team fights. If Scooger is able to catch the Vayne in the jungle, it's going to be a lot of damage just with the way that Hui's going to outrange that Vayne.
Hmm. Oh, I understand completely your side and then agree. I think it's also the Karma can push the lane easily and help Maokai on the jungle. It's becoming easier for a gank, and
That's coming
it's
down,
uh,
but
it's just it's good for one side, but against we have like a Vayne, so I'm still concerned, just like you said before. So
yeah, and we saw Panda Boat trying to come down and relieve that bot lane, was able to get them to back off a little bit, but you see Physics just how oppressive and how much of a neutralizing lane that is against current ADCs. Just able to just get the push, especially when Chef J backs. The amount of wave clear that he is going to have to deal with is going to be crazy down here.
yeah, but the problem is it's the Ziggs still using a lot of mana and it goes away very easily, but still, Chef is doing a good job at zoning both Aphelios and Brown. But Zeri
We'll get
is
a
being
gank in
zoning
the mid
also.
lane. Yeah. Orcs coming in. The fear comes through, looking to try to get the flash out. Actually, follows flash, but doesn't get the CC as well. Scooger a little bit of trouble. Is your X fighting? The stun does come through. Scooger in a lot of trouble right now. I'm not sure Pandaboat's able to save the mid laner, but Pandaboat's actually going to potentially sacrifice their life. Flash forward from Azure X Fire. Misses the first auto attack. The second one, not enough to kill. Nova 4Q going to get the kill. First blood. Pandaboat does get out, but a lot of flashes burned, both jungler and mid lane duos down flashes. So we'll see if there's a repeat gank in the future.
The passive Vayne passive was the key here because, especially getting closer to the enemy and became decisive. Oh,
Oh no,
not
Hunter's in
again.
trouble. Ish going forward. The exhaust comes down. Key with the root. Panaboat down to half health. Chef J trying to jump out of there. Does have the flash. Panaboat brings him back though. Knocks him backward with the Bramble Smash. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade though. Key's in trouble though. Ish going to go down as well. Now that the mid laner has shown up with that teleport off the reset. 2 kills going over to IG in the game.
And now Brown has no flash, has no spells, and Aphelios has no barrier too. And now we have worrying situation for her team. Oh,
Ooh. Hex Slash, not quite enough. Does look for it though. Cheeky little potential kill on the key, but Chef J is looking for the kill too. He's in a lot of trouble. Has to back up, but will survive. Help is on the way. Panda Boat, another repeat gank. I don't know if that's the play you want or not. Chef J, the Braum passive has been proc. The stun comes through, but there's no damage. Chef J does use the satchel to get himself back into enemy territory further on. Two more auto attacks. The Q misses from Braum, but Panda Boat gets the kill. Chef J has died 2 times in lane. He will be able to push this Canyon Wave into turret and reset. So it looked rough for Key, but kind of the overstay from Chef J leads to another kill going over to Panda Boat in the jungle.
And it's a bad outcome for Ziggs because he was already in a bad situation because Nautilus was already going to base and he stayed for a long time. And okay, now we have some kind of situations here. We have Lost Chapter in Zig's hands. We have some armor in Nautilus hands and both Brown too. But we have already Lethality in the Aphelios hands, and we know the damage in Aphelios both
Blue team has slain the
um,
dragon.
blue and white guns with lethality is already buffed. So, as you said, ADC is gonna have some nerfs next patch, but still, Aphelios is giving some headache to everyone on the other team.
Yeah, both teams looks like they did trade Grubs for Dragon though. So first strike over to IG. Meanwhile, Grubs go over to Panda Boat up in the top side. And just going back down to bot lane, looks like soon the first turret plating will fall. Just a constant push from the Ziggs. A little too much for Key to handle right now, but across the map, other than that, outside of the jungle and the mid lane, fairly even CS. Looks like Warwick did pick that up actually on the invade, and this is when he grabs the blue buff, so little win for the jungle of IG.
Yeah, and still we see here Ziggs giving a good roaming while they can Aphelios and Brown can't do much. Still, they get to farm. Oh, just that away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just the story of the bot lane. Poor Key. They just bullying them on the Ziggs pick right now. This is the whole point. Their goal is to get that turret down and then start rotating, knock the rest of the turrets out with these Ziggs. Satchel passive, and hopefully that kind of that gold lead will transition into a big enough lead in the mid game to help them that other objective.
Yeah, we have already 8 minutes and not so good, not so big difference of gold, but still it's something we have to considerate between Ziggs and Aphelios, especially because of the farm, because of the zoning too. Ooh,
Yeah, Panama's
Maokai's here.
creeping around for a potential gank, but there is a pink ward in the bush down bot side, so won't find
Yeah.
anything. IG kind of sniffing that one out, playing it safe.
Yeah, good to remind that when Brown used the Sentinel to see the red one, he didn't see the pink ward.
From these areas as your X-Fire continues to scale. 1 kill, 1 assist, kind of unchecked in this mid lane right now, but
Yeah, we still have a farm advantage, but still didn't capitalize it, and we can see the difference if Brown can find a way to realize the gank. Ooh,
Ooh, yep. Just gets out of it, dashes out. CC didn't quite hit, but remembers time wasted in the mid lane for Hydropump. Looking for more though, potentially.
now Karma's in having her first plate. I think it was a late plate in my opinion,
Hmm.
because of the range, but it's okay.
Yeah, looks like they're pinging mid lane right now, but not too much going to happen. Dragon up in about 42 seconds, so they want to start positioning towards that. Grubs spawning right now as well, but JJ firm push in the top lane, so it's really hard for IG to answer Grub's top side. Looks like they may want to make a play, potentially bot lane looking for that Dragon.
Uh, a cloud dragon can be a good option for the cooldown and the movement, but okay. With the two comps here, I think for the protection of the carries, a mountain soul could be a good option because of the 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 protection they can have, and it could be a good a good source in in the late game.
Yeah, yeah. If I mean, it's gonna be Hextech or Mountain, so I think IG will be happy with either one they
Mhm.
get. They are stacking here, 4 members in this bush, but IG kind of has an idea. Something is afoot. Not gonna face check that actually, and Vision Prio and Priority of Dragon over to Hydropump. Zerix Heart pushing out the mid lane, trying to get the minions to crash and rotate down. Taking a lot of poke though from the Hui.
Yeah, he's already with his first item closed and built, so he can not just have a lot of mana, but can zone whenever he wants. And he's making the most of his inventory right now. But can we see? Let's see what he can do in the Drake in the river area.
Mhm. Yeah, taking a look across the board at the gold right now, fairly even, except for that bot lane, about a 800 gold difference in favor of Chef J down there. But we got the Malka ultimate coming down, Chef J. The flash comes through, but the flash follow, the knockback, the Braum ultimate comes through. He gets the ultimate off as well. The CC comes down, but can they get out? A lot of damage coming out of Zero Expire right now. One down, looking for Key. Key goes forward, flashes back out with the barrier, double kill, but Zero Expire, another double kill in return. 1v1, triple kill right now. Cougar forced to flash out, but nowhere to run. Zero Expire looking for the quadra kill, will get it. And we talked about how good that Zeri was in the mid lane, and a quadra kill to Zero Expire definitely sets him up to carry this game one.
Static here is the key. Static made the game for her right now, and you see the potential of an ADC in the last patches, and now the first turret is down, the first protection for red team, and they doesn't have it. They don't have it, and
Yeah, and we see the first real gold lead. Hold up, Panda. A big wrap around. The hook comes through from Hunter onto the Makai, but looking for the flashless Ziggs. The Braum not going to quite hit it. One proc of the passive comes through, but unfortunately for Hydropump, Hunter, great healing for the Ziggs, does get his carry out alive.
uh, the only thing that is said about the quadra kill Zeri, not that it's a bad thing, but Ziggs couldn't get a kill from it, so it was. Oh,
We got a scrap in the top lane. The Ghost, the flash comes through. Noble Barku looking for it. One more auto attack does get the flash out. The solo kill in the top lane. No flashes either. And with the gold lead, they're going to start up the second Drake as they try to stack that 4 dragons.
Yeah, second drag is now done. Ooh, chem plants. Oh, chem tech dragon. Ooh.
Oh, ultimate comes through. He's in a lot of trouble. The bombs follow up as well. That's going to be 1. That's going to be 2. The bot lane of Hydropump going down, and pressure on the mid lane turret. Bot lane just fell as well a little bit ago. So first turret cracked. Looking to crack the second turret, but maybe not quite enough damage to get it just yet.
Yeah, now Imperial is just accumulating resources, and now we can see a calmer game just for, I think, the next 4 seconds or so. But still we have to watch because we have Azeri with static, running, and it's a lot an advantage of a Hui who already has an item, but it's only 1 item, and
Yeah,
she can make a difference here.
the gold lead in the mid lane is incredibly favoring Azir X-Fire. Huge swing in gold after that quadra kill. They're going to be looking for Rift fairly soon, it looks like. Positioning in mid lane, walking up. I think there's really nothing that Hydropump can do right now. I think this game is pretty much IG's to lose with the gold lead, as ballooned as it is right now. So we really have to see Imperial Gaming make mistakes for Hydropump to get in here, or we're looking at like a 45-minute game where everyone's able to scale, and we're just looking for the end game team fight. But IG definitely in the driver's seat with this game.
Now we see the rotation. It's done. Bot lane. It's actually mid lane and BOL, and they're trying to advance to the tier 1, but still we see a Maokai near to protect everything if he has the opportunity to. But we have a Zeri who is already. Ooh, Sejuani.
Yes. Yeah, not quite walking up to check that one. That would have been a dead Hui. But you know who is going to check? Panda's going to check, going through Bramble Smash. A lot of damage on the Zero X-Fire. Potential shutdown. But Zero X-Fire does able to dash out. So Sejuani super tanky at the moment. So Zero X-Fire drops the ultimate, looking for the re-engage on the Skooger. The Ziggs bomb comes through. That's going to be a kill over to the Nautilus. Ignite goes through. Zero X-Fire now dominating 6-0 and 2 on the Zeri. Almost died to the turret shot there, but 650 gold bounty, unable to kill him in the 2v2. The rich get richer.
Ooh, Bane. Oh, okay. Didn't kill Karma, but it's
JJ's not making that mistake again.
yeah. Good thing for Karma, but because she still has no flash on, and could be a bad thing, considering the Vayne has the passive, has the ult, has the ghost up, and now we can see the hair. Okay, Zeri.
Yeah, decided to solo it.
Yeah.
I mean, the pings are coming down from Hydropump. They know something's up. They do now see it. It's on vision. Down to half health. The pings come out. Zero X-Fire maybe a little ambitious doing the Rift Herald solo here, but they are positioning like they want to try to challenge it. Decide we don't have too much vision, and we're super down in gold. Maybe we don't give this a fight here.
Yeah, they're not gonna risk it. Not now. Especially because Hydro situation, it's dangerous right now. They have so much resources behind, especially because of Zeri, who is being the commander in this game.
Yeah,
already.
Zero X-Fire is proxy farming under enemy tier 1 turret. does not care. It just decides to go challenge the Maokai in Hydropump's jungle. They might get collapsed upon. They have to be careful, though. Brahm's heading up topside as well. Both the solo lanes deciding maybe they don't have the vision to try to continue this siege. Xerxfire will back and leave Noble up in the top lane.
Yeah, just the cleaning of wards here. Zeri just used her TP, but I think. Oh, okay. I think they're not gonna risk it. Anything
Yeah, it's third dragon.
good there. Yeah, the dragon.
Uncontested. There's really nothing they can do, though. They don't have to set up. They have to face check. Hunter X gets the CC, though. A little bit of damage coming out of Chef J, and they're blind walking in. They're down 7,000 gold knockout ultimate just to try to get them out alive. They don't care. They walk away. Flash JJ off the top lane, but the condemn comes through. Flash burn from JJ. And unfortunate. JJ flashing forward. Feels like his team really needs to make a play. Doing what he can in the side lane, but unfortunately just gets pushed out of the way.
I think Karma didn't remind the fact that Vayne could just dodge away.
Oh, Hook comes through. Flash as well. The Ziggs bomb on the 2. Is there X-Fire over the side, getting a lot of damage, so down to half health, though. He trying to get away, but the Saswani ultimate and the hook comes through. Saswani ultimate, no follow-up on Panda, though, but the hook is what really matters. The bot lane for Hydropump dies yet again in this game as Imperial Gaming, 8k gold lead, look to bear it.
And they have the exact call they needed to do this Baron, and can be a good option for them just to put the mid lane down. They can push, capitalize it first. Oh, Zeri?
Yeah, a little cheeky blast cone play there. JJ does look to try to steal it, but it is a clean smite from Morik Maiden, so Baron over to IG. 3 dragons as well. They're in a pretty good spot. I mean, they're up 10k gold, 22 minutes in. The lead is absolutely massive. I definitely think, as I hate to call it so early, but it is looking rough for Hydropump.
I think Hydropump has to think here, and especially the mid lane protection, because it's already a bad thing when you have in such a small amount of time the advantage that Imperial has, but they can still protect the jungle if they want, with the advanced vision, the advanced wards, but it's gonna be difficult because of Brown, because of Maokai, and so sooner or later, Karma will get down to the mid lane permanently.
Look at that damage. Oh, he almost dead. JJ almost down to half health as well. Chef J, it is 2 tanks, and then the Ziggs just throwing out bombs in the mid lane. No one can stop the 1-3-1 at the moment. Top lane turret went down just a second ago to 0 X-Fire, working on the top tier 2 turret. Meanwhile, Noble in the bot lane, looking to apply pressure there as well, and there's really nothing that Hydropump can do. Goes in for a little bit of damage on a Warwick, but the ultimate comes through. Key forced to pop the barrier, almost got one shot there. Warwick taking a lot of damage under the turret. Oh no, Ziggs gets it with a bouncing bomb over the top though. And Noble has arrived as well. Saswani ultimate comes through onto Ish. Ish, a little tanky though, does not die, but they lose one in defense of the turret. They will reset though. They did lose the top tier 2 turret to Azir X-Fire in the split push. So things are looking gloom right now for Hydro. Another turret in the mid lane does fall onto the inhibitor turret. JJ trying desperately to stop the onslaught that is Imperial Gaming in game 1, but it's a Karma up in the top lane. Not enough damage, not enough wave clear. The inhibitor turret and inhibitor falls as well. Warwick makes the great escape, and there's nothing that Hydropump can do. Dragon Soul spawning in a minute, so IG looking to reset and wrap this game up.
Yeah, it's a dangerous situation, even more for Hydropump right now, because soul point. And okay, it's a dragon, but it's still it's a good soul. Now we can ignore it, but
Mhm.
still we have very pushing sides. We have more pushing sides too, but still still behind the advantage that Harry has.
Yeah.
And okay,
You're gonna be in trouble
wait,
here.
you're
Noble's
being
getting
trouble?
yeah, Noble's looking to wrap around, not quite. Just trying to defend the turret. Azir X says, you know what, I'm just gonna tank it, kill it, not a problem, still have health. They will trade one objective bounty up in the top lane, but they did lose a tier 2, so technically the cross map is slightly in favor now of
Yeah.
Hydro, but this is fourth Drake, uncontested, nothing that Hydropump can do. They're gonna 4-man it, take that one down, and that is Soul over to Imperial Gaming here.
Yeah, now so Syntax Soul for Imperial, and now they have a real good amount of tenacity in this build. Not only Ziggs can be a good source of AP because he can surpass Hui's power now
Mhm.
too. He could already, but now they have the confidence. They know they can do, and I think Vane's just waiting for the opportunity to Ziggs get over the game, and she could push the sides to just Zelda's.
Yeah, and honestly, as big of a lead as this is for IG, on the bright side for Hydro, none of these champions can be picked again. So they got rid of the Ziggs, and the
Mhm.
Zeri is gone game one. So there is some opportunity to play less suppressive lanes in the bot lane in game two. But I think that's kind of what, if I were on Hydro Pump, I'd be probably looking at, all right, this game's kind of over. It's kind of doomed. Maybe let's look game two and see what we can improve upon and what we want to get rid of next game.
With a fearless draft, I think Vayne was a good option to use in the first landscape because we have now
Oh
ooh,
gosh. That Zeri
oh my god, I
damage.
lost
The
my word.
W comes through. Yeah. He's almost half health with the jeez. And it's a 4-item Zeri, right? They're gonna 3-man Baron at the moment. The other two are gonna rotate down, but yeah, Baron down to half health, no contest. There's absolutely no vision for the side of Hydro Pump here. One measly ward outside their base. They have no clue what's going on. No, that went down, but they are definitely in trouble here.
Yeah, and second Baron for Imperial Gaming, and now they have such a problem for Hydropump in hands. Oh, okay. He didn't think this, but it's okay. It's temporary. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought Nautilus would get correction note here, but it's okay.
Yeah, looking to push in the mid lane right now, potentially roam up to Noble up in the top on that Bane pushing in. A little bit of damage on his X fire, but yeah, it does look like with the Baron buff, they're going to rotate up, crack the second turret, look for the inhibitor after that. Potential engage. Things are getting desperate for Hydro. Zerix fire down almost half health there. The engage comes in onto Stuga. The Ziggs bomb comes through, hitting 3 to 4 people right now. Zerix fire though, tanking up, taking a lot of damage. Noble in the backline though, 1v1ing the carries. But it's going to be a 1-for-1 so far. JJ, so close. Second one does die. Ziggs picks up the kill on Maokai. So 1-for-2 in favor of Imperial. The inhibitor in the mid lane does respawn. Keep doing what they can with the damage, but it's a 2-item Aphelios. Not enough damage right now, and they are looking to try to knock down this first turret. Realizes maybe we don't quite have the damage. He picks up Hunter, and this does signal the retreat coming out of Imperial. does not want to drop too many more members.
The decisive factor here was that Sejuani had a dash with the way ult on her and got near Vayne, got near Ziggs, so they suffered a lot of damage and couldn't participate in the fight as they wanted to, especially because Vayne tried to kill Karma but couldn't and had to turn away even with goals up, but they could just finish the game
Mhm.
if that didn't happen, but it's okay.
Yeah, a couple shutdowns going over to Hydropump, but honestly, I think it's too little too late. They are in their base is in shambles right now. Key looking to pick up that third item. Meanwhile, Zeri well on the way to the fourth item. I just think the difference in items is just way too much. Outside of a Zero Expire tanking all of the AoE damage in that last fight, he's been doing pretty well and look to just have a clean final fight and close out this game as the final Nexus turret does go down. The Ziggs Bomb doing a little bit of damage there. Warwick on the front line, taking a little bit of damage though, but not too much. The Ziggs Bomb comes through, hits 4. The Showing ultimate goes wide. Malka ultimate comes through, gets a couple. And the Zeri gonna come through, down to half health. Zeri's in a lot of trouble actually. Noble trying to kite back. And they're gonna be able to get a couple here on the top side. Warwick chasing on the Maokai. Zero Expire has killed the bot lane. Scooter in trouble, trying to get out. Warwick going forward. Warwick will take down the mid laner of Hydro, and it is a clean 5-4-3, and the game is over. Going to Imperial in this best of 3. 26, a bit of a smacking, honestly.
It was a good game, I think. It surprised us because we were not expecting the comp of Imperial, and but Hydropump comp was a little bit rounder, but still they didn't have the force to manage the AP they had, the CC they had, and Imperial Game just chased the opportunity and made the most of it. Um, Captivating the territory, captivating the alleys and the river, having good wards, advanced wards that gave them the opportunity to seize and every objective they wanted to.
Yeah, spicy comp coming out of Imperial Gaming in game 1. They do hold match point right now in this best of 3 against Hydro. We're going to throw to a quick break, and when we come back, we'll see if Hydropump Great White can force a game 3 or if there's going to be a quick 2-0 from Imperial Gaming. right, we are back with game 2. This time, Hydropump, Great White on the blue side, Imperial Gaming on the red side. Again, this is fearless, so any champion that was played in game 1 cannot be played for the rest of the series. Beltrix, looking at game 1, what adjustments do you think Hydropump should make heading into game 2 here?
I think most of all they have to have the conscience, the absence of good options at tanks at the bot lane, especially now without Nautilus and Brown. They have to be creative. Okay, Aurora is banned.
Yep, Aurora blue side ban makes sense. Follow up
Yeah.
Zac as well. They don't want that kind of engage coming through.
Yeah, it's a good ban. I think Zach could be a good starter and could be a good option in red side too against red side because of the bushes. And I think okay, Tryndamere ban too.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a comfort pick here
Yeah,
for
I think so.
Imperial Gaming. So, hey, okay. It surprised me, not gonna lie.
Yeah, 2 bans to the jungle as well from IG, really looking to pinch Panda Boat's champion pool potentially. But those are all 3 bans. Going to ban the Thresh and the Poppy, and first pick Misfortune. Now, truthfully, I feel like Misfortune is either really hit or miss. She's either you're gonna give her some setup and she's gonna absolutely shred the team fights, or your draft goes wrong and she's absolutely useless because IG will just dogpile onto the ADC and there's nothing that Key can do.
Ooh, Leona against Misfortune is like a very good weapon because
Oh,
together they can make fire, but
yeah, I mean,
Misfortune is one of the most fragile ADCs we have.
yeah,
And
that's yeah,
as a main ADC, as a main Misfortune, I can agree. But Helen and Liana, I like it.
yeah. Key, the last thing Key wants to see is the Leona and the Vi locked in. 2 champions, really easy to interrupt the bullet time. But Ish will be on the rail, so there is some initial setup for Key here on the Misfortune. So we'll see how the rest of this draft goes with the red 3 pick. Or blue 3, my apologies, coming out here in just a second. They're going to lock in Udyr. And now I'm scrambling to see if it's
Oh
top.
dear. I like your deer here. It could also be a potential protection for Misfortune and the potential mid lane a mage. But I think against Ari, Udyr is a very good option because it's not gonna lose a lot of his power, a lot of his protection, and his passive is on.
Mhm.
And Eric can do much in the early game, so he can make a good out of it in the early game by ganking, especially maybe because Vi is together with Ari, but I think Vi is
Mhm.
gonna focus on farming rather than protecting the lanes. Or
Yeah, they're going to lock into Varus. I just going to ban some mid laners. Hydropump's going to ban some bot laners, but Varus comes in for IG. Definitely a lot of CC. Maybe looking like a Misfortune cleanse angle potentially coming up here. But I'm going to go on a limb and say that's an Udyr top, as I don't see a lot of Udyr jungle games on Panda Boat's match history. But who knows? Maybe they're throwing some spicy picks out there. But odds are it's probably a blind pick Udyr up in the top lane, which gives IG counter pick and effect answered. So the CC setup definitely coming through from Hydropump Great White here with the Vex in the mid lane. Wants to go in, cause some AoE havoc, and the bullet time looks like there is some real setup, so it doesn't feel too bad to be key at this point, but a lot of point and click CC potentially for this misfortune to deal with.
Yeah, I just hope. Ooh, Nocturne Vex. It's a good combo. I think we think a lot about Nocturne and Oriana combo,
Hmm.
but Nocturne and Vex combo, it's a good one too, especially when Vex has fear on. And oh, you?
Yeah, the most interactive champion
Oh,
in the game being hovered. I can't imagine it's locked in. Yeah, a little bit of trolling. It is a top lane Jax into the Udyr. Okay.
it's scaring me for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, but okay. The fear of Vex here can be a good option for skipping the good and the bad outcomes. But I think Varus it's a good balance for the fragility of misfortune. But we have to consider it that Varus ult is a CC ult, while misfortune ult it's pure damage in her kit at all. So okay, they have almost the same range,
Hmm.
but Raul and Liana here we have same not the same opportunities, but still have a good how can I say, the poke here from Misfortune is gonna be a lot easier, but at level 6 Varus and Liana would an instant combo for root and can be a good source of DPS
Hmm.
at and just as long as Varus does not build a poke build.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, two pretty similar build, two similar team comps being played. Udyr and Jax want to get out there, want a side lane, don't really want a team fight until later on in the game. And then you have two teams that just want to get in, dive in, and just beat the crap out of each other. So should be some really exciting gameplay here. Heading into the final pick and ban though, Baltrix, who do you feel has the edge in this draft?
Ooh, it's a good question. I fear Jax here because we know that every single champion that is based in that has as a basic his auto attack is risked by Jax, and misfortune can be totally countered by it,
Mhm.
and he can just reach her in the team fights, stop her route, stop her any to do anything she wants to, and give her a free ticket to base earlier than desired. So I think he can be a good flank for Imperial
Mhm.
also, but still we have a new deer. And
Yeah.
we have to considerate the the possibility of being a nocturne top or a nadir top.
Mhm.
We had to think of that also.
Yeah. So it looks like we are going to have an explosive game two between Hydropump and Imperial Gaming. We're going to throw it over to a quick break. And when we are back, we'll see if IG can get a clean 2-0 sweep over Hydropump or if we're going to throw it to a game three. We will be right back. right, we are back with game 2 of this best of 3. Imperial took the first one. Hydropump looking for a comeback in game 2. And my goodness, I would hate to be Chef J or Key here. These teams just want to absolutely brawl right now. Everyone wants to go forward. No one wants to peel backwards. It's going to be a rough one if you are an ADC in this game.
And same day, but they will be seen.
Yeah.
Varus
Yeah, they're
is
gonna catch the war.
away.
Yep, Ish sweeps it so they know it's there. And correctly, Zark's Fire is gonna walk forward, look for a ward, so they will have early game knowledge on the whereabouts of Panda Boat.
And Ari just lands a ward on the blue side. It's okay. It's a good ward. It's a good tracking, and I think okay, not bad at all. It's not disrupting anything, but okay. It's okay because Varus would have a big problem
Hmm.
at such a comp and losing spells especially. But
Oh,
oh,
we're gonna face check this bush. Ralph comes through. Key, a little bit of damage. The double up comes through as well. With Chef J looking to turn the damage back around. Barrier comes out of Chef J. The exhaust as well. Chef J worse for wear in that trade, unfortunately. The face check for them does not quite work out.
I think okay. Short-term barrier was it's gone, but it wasn't necessary because Miss Carson had an advantage.
Level 2 comes through. Hunger could be in a little bit of trouble. The stun comes through. Hunter forced the flash.
Ooh.
So that is the bot lane going very favorably for Hydropump in the early levels here.
Now we had an advantage for Hydropump because a Leona with no Hextech Flash is a good opportunity for Miss Fortune to play what she wants to. Oh, Jackson Deer?
Yeah, Noble trading favorably into JJ, level 3 to level 2, so level lead does favor the Jax with just the pure raw stat check, pushing under the tower, so JJ has to kind of give up that fight.
Yeah, it was a good damage. I had to admit, but still, I think Udyr will have no problem with this further on.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Noble's looking for Panda, though. The fleet comes through, the stun comes down, but there is no help for Noble. The fear comes through, the flash comes out. JJ, first blood, going over to Scooger on the Vex. The flash to secure the kill. And a very ambitious, I would say, invade coming out of the Jack's top side.
Yeah, it was not good for JJ though, but because he wasted his goals and he got no assistant on me. But it's okay. It's still okay for Hydropump who had a stomp on who can stomp this game or make the most of it in game 2. But still, I just said, was an ambitious move, and personally, I like it.
Yeah, and kind of taking a look at where Panda Boat could go come level 6. No Flash in the top lane. Flash should be coming up right around that time for Hunter in the bot lane, so really Panda just hoping they can CS to level 6. Looks like he's trying to freeze it in the bot side of the Isha as well, so a little overextension. However, it is a Nocturne jungle, so Panda really just wants to farm the level 6 and then look to try to make these ganks impactful, but he and Ish trying to keep themselves safe with this freeze by the turret.
Yeah, it's funny because we talked about that in the time about Vi too, but still we have a Vi trying to protect Ari at all costs. But
Like,
okay, the
I
drag's
might be looking for a
on.
dragon,
Maybe
yeah. It's gonna get a little
maybe they
spicy here.
contest. Yeah, maybe they contest this.
I don't know, level
Liana
4 jungler.
still hasn't, but Liana still has no flash on. So
Yeah,
I think they'll
on
not risk
Vision,
it for can
yeah,
drain.
Imperial opting not to fight early, realizing that maybe they don't have the vision and they're not quite looking for the fight without the Leona flash. So they'll get the first dragon up over to Hydropump, but JJ looking for a little cheeky gank on his Zero X Fire. The charm comes through. JJ looking for the CC, but Warwick's in the area. The Vi looking to potentially try to get a Zero X Fire out-ish in the area as well. The fear comes through from the Vex, but everyone is kind of in their own side of the jungle, so everyone walks away from that. He solo in the bot lane, though, needs to be potentially careful as Panabot looks to be roaming down, but pinged out by the ward.
Yeah, Ari had a good outcome of that of the chase by Udyr, and JJ just goes back to lane and can
Mhm.
farm with no harm. But now we have to think about the Herald because I think Hydropump will now in this game too have a more aggressive type and risk more
Mhm.
at the Herald because they had nothing to lose.
Yeah, both teams do trade Dragon for grubs as well. So IG picks up those 3 grubs. Looking for the Scuttle. Level 5 junglers looking to potentially battle. The fear comes through the channel. Oh, it's interrupted. Warwick potentially in some trouble. Here comes Scooger as well. The Q over the wall does get Warwick to safety. Back up from the Hydro Pump mid laner, though.
I think a good option here would be the
Yeah.
damage.
The top side, the ultimate comes out level 6. The jump comes through though, and Noble able to not burn any sums and get out safely. So unfortunately for Poundabout, the first gank not effective.
Just like in game one, the outcome of a gank was not as
Ooh, the
positive as
ghost.
VJ tried.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, the flash comes out of Noble, but here comes the cease and assist from Vi. JJ still pretty healthy, gonna be down half health right now. Tanking up the minions as well, looking to try to run this out. Warwick main looking to put a stop to it. Zero X-Fire. The ultimate comes through. The charm goes wide, but doesn't matter. The damage is there. Zero X-Fire on the board with the first kill for Imperial Gaming on what was a little too deep from JJ on the Udyr.
Yeah, I think it was too deep, especially because he already didn't couldn't kill Jax, but I still think Hydro Pump has a comp who can recover from this, but
Oh, Varus ultimate
okay.
comes out. Oh no, Ish in a lot of trouble. Zero X-Fire looking to try to get some more. The stun comes through the flash as well with the follow-up stun. But Pandaboat with the flash buffered the stun from the Leona just enough to get to safety. Ish, the only one to fall in that fight. But again, a little bit of an overextension coming out of Hydro when they thought they had the advantage.
Just like that, Liana used her ignite on Nocturne, but it doesn't matter because no one died from the side. But okay, now we have a setting that we have to think what can Hydropump do to not lose the comp opportunity, the CC opportunities, because we have a Leona on the other side.
Mhm.
We have okay, it's a virus, it's a Leona, it's a almost a perm C, but we still have a lot of damage. But what concerns me the most right now, Trexon, is this laterally in the hands of the Varus
Mhm.
hands because
Yeah.
he has no DPS and his W. can not doesn't do the same damage and in the same speed that the Misfortune W does. So it's worrying me a bit, but I can be totally wrong on the mid late game.
Yeah. Yeah, to what you were saying, Chef J, building lethality, I thought it was going to be on hit Varus. I was wrong with that. I think on hit Varus was good if able to set up objectives, control the vision, and poke out. The only issue is Nocturne, Vex, Rel, all these champions just want to fly in, and if they get onto Chef J is going to have a really hard time defending
Mm-hmm.
himself with lethality Varus, because once people get on top of you, you're pretty much useless if you can't poke from those long range Qs. So Chef J has to play so incredibly far away, or it's just going to be an almost impossible game for Chef J to navigate.
Even with the barrier on, because Nocturne will have the necessary
Hmm.
speed attack speed, sorry, the attack speed that's necessary to slay him down. And Udyr also, I have to admit. So it's it's
Getting
concerning
cheeky
me.
bottom. We got a scrap bottom though. Chef J, the Nocturne does come flying in. Yeah, that is a dead ADC, but the teleport comes through from Zero X-Fire. Panda does get stunned up. Hunter trying to frontline. The flash comes through. Ish with the flash stomp, but there's no follow-up. Here comes Warwick main. The fear comes through. Vex is now in the fight as well. If he's taking out Hunter, Warwick main next to drop. The flash comes through and still dies. Big advantage in the fight to Hydropump. 3-4-1 in their favor in the bot side fight. And just like we were talking about, anyone gets their Chef J, that's a dead Varus. We saw that just happen with the Nocturne coming in. 2 kills on the Nocturne. NF gets on the board as well. So the carries for Hydropump starting to get this gold. It is only a 500 gold difference, but the gold that you want to see is getting there on the carries for Hydropump.
Yeah, just as we said, we were concerned about lethality in our hands, and it proved out okay. His ult has a low cooldown, but still it isn't enough to cover the lack of damage he has here, and it's what worries me the most right now.
Hmm.
But I don't. Okay, I think it's too late to revert the situation
Oh
of the
yeah.
build, but he can still build an item, build a tech speed item to help the situation, to help his outcome. But I think he'll not do so.
Yeah, definitely Chef J gonna be in a rough spot. And to make matters worse, we're looking at this scuttle spawning in a couple seconds here. And Scooger on the Vex does have Flash, whereas Chef J, Hunter don't have it. Warwick lost in that last fight. Crash down from Rel also comes through as well. Xerx Fire burning the Flash as well. So again, another Flash burnt just before this rift. And I think there's a
Yeah.
scenario in which IG should not fight this.
Yeah, the flashing note by Ari is now down, and Ari lost almost all her mobility, and is now and is the target for Hydropump. And now they have the weaknesses that they needed. They can just make a opportunity, make a window for it, but still, I think Udyr needs to come down
Mhm.
to the mid lane to protect uh, the mid lane, but still Jax will be in trouble. But
Yeah.
okay,
IG
Leandre
makes,
on
yeah,
Udyr.
IG makes a cross map play, picks up the first turret in the bot lane, runs the Rift Herald in the mid lane, not quite getting the turret though. They gotta be careful though. IG's looking to collapse on this. Zero X Fire looking for the charm. Gonna dash in. CC layered perfectly on the Panda boat. They're dead. Scooger in a little bit of trouble here, trying to get away. The flash has been burned. Azure X-Fire looking for the charm. Hits it. One dash forward. Chef J locks down the kill with the Varus arrow. So 2 kills back over to IG as well as the turret. So gold is dead even now after that exchange.
Yeah, okay. Now Varus has an advantage. Chef J has the resources they needed to, and it's the golden opportunity for him to make the most, make it out of it, to make it out of the resources. But let's see. Okay, the reduction boots. Okay.
Yeah, big Dragonfire coming up here 3 seconds as well. Both teams look like they're potentially positioning towards trying to pick that up. Bot lanes are going to the mid lane for an easy rotation. Udyr resetting. Jax doesn't have a teleport though, so Jax would have to back and walk there. Don't know if Hydropump's going to try to pull the trigger with the teleport advantage. They are going to start the dragon. Udyr walking back top side. But they're in the area. Varus trying to walk in, try to get some poke down her. Now walking for the bot side river. Ish looking to front line. Charm comes through onto Ish. A little bit of damage to Vex. Gets a little bit of damage on his Zero X-Fire. Decides not to go in though. And Dragon gonna go over to Hydropump. Pretty much uncontested. IG didn't quite have the vision there outside of the pink ward in the Dragon Pit to really face check that. But they decide they really don't want to pick that fight. So second Dragon over to Hydropump.
Yeah, Vaxult forces me than anything, so it's a good use. Ooh, a lot
Yeah,
of
JJ's starting
damage.
to have a hard time this 1v1 against Noble up in the top side. The Udyr not quite holding up the side lane pressured late game that will be Jax, but we'll see Ish walking forward, trying to protect that top laner. Panda Boat is in the area as well. Warwick could potentially answer, but sees the vision, just wants to clear it out to keep his top lane safe, and we'll go back to farming off the top side.
I thought Rail would try to help Udyr, but against a Jax is so difficult.
Warwick's coming up the top side. Ultimate comes through. The lights are shut off. JJ is in a lot of trouble, though. Trying to turn it back on to Warwick. The fear comes to Noble as well. Teleport comes through as well. Panda going deep. Really wants to try to get this kill with the ultimate. Not going to get it. Teleport wasted by Scooger as well. Perhaps they can turn it into a top lane turret now that Ish is here, but a teleport to reply is coming through as well. Zero X-Fire. Noble's low, though. Panda Boat under the turret. Has to flash the Leona ultimate. Zero X-Fire lands the CC and the damage. Warwick will pick that one up. Lethality Virus trying to poke. They do lose the turret. Get one kill, but do lose the teleport on the mid laner in return.
Yeah, the two mid laners teleport given here, it's such a good resource. It's stolen, but still it has a bitter taste because now we can. Okay, we'll have Baron available soon, but we have a Jax who can slay it.
JJ's looking for it. Hunter gets the stun off. Chef J just walks away. JJ looking to apply a little bit of pressure there. Meets the bot lane of Imperial and walks away. Yeah, speaking of the Jax, I'm going to be a little worried about the side lane. Ish looking for the mid laner of Imperial Gaming. Won't find it, though. What is good, though, for Hydropump is that the Jax does get big. They do have a Nocturne and a Vex that can fly in. So we can really set it up, JJ, in a 2v1 for success, but we'll see how they want to navigate that side lane. Uh-oh, he is in a lot of trouble. Zero X-Fire ulting for it. Cease and assist comes down onto the 80 care. Everyone's dogpiling onto Key. Key's dead. Looking for more. The lights are off, though, so they can't see anyone at the moment. 4 members pick up the mid lane of Hydropump. 1k gold separates these two teams now.
I think it wasn't a good option for Misfortune to choose barrier over cleans in his count. against Varus, against Leona, against Neri, against all CCs she can have
Mhm.
upon her head. And now we have, okay, well, 1 minute and a half to dragon, but now he can just farm and yeah, he has a Nocturne has his first item already, so he can cooperate with his similar.
Yeah. Importantly, with Dragon being up in a minute, he realized that they were going to die, did not burn any summoners, so he will have double summoners heading into this Dragon fight. So pretty much everyone having summoners on the side of Imperial as well, except for the top laner. But this is set up for a big third Drake potentially if Hydropump can secure it.
Yeah, and we see that Misfortune already has the third, but at the same time we've had already with Bid and Mitch, but we still had a little coming up here because we have a mountain soul, a shield, a nutrition shield coming up, but still, I think we've not be enough. Not on this game. In the previous game,
Blue team's turret has
we
been
talked
destroyed.
about it, but now, okay, they're gonna contest it.
Yeah, they have vision, so Imperial Gaming has to go slowly through this to make sure they don't face check anything. JJ looking the front line with Ish. They don't have the Jax. The teleport comes through from the bot side. They're looking to split the fight. The Nocturne comes in. Bars in a whole lot of trouble. Force the flash out. The bullet time over the top. Doing a lot of damage here, but the turnaround potentially. Ish has gone down. The jungler has gone down. It is a
Ooh.
huge fight for Imperial Gaming.
Aced.
5-1. It looked like such a good start, but the turnaround was massive. The flank from the Jax as well coming through to secure that, and it was such an even game. And with that, now it's a pretty sizable gold swing over in favor of Imperial, who now have knocked down the final outer turret. They're looking for another
And
one potentially.
and the second quadra kill in a row for Azuria in 2 games. And now we have
Blue
the
team's turret has
tier
been
2
destroyed.
down. And now the situation for Hydropump has totally crossed because we had a situation for them they could could just control down and make the most of Rao's ult and Vexel too if she has fear of, but she couldn't make it, and it was too instant, you know.
Mhm.
The damage that Varus and Neri applied in the entire camp, so Imperial could uh, had space to reach out the carries and just
Yeah,
just to do what they needed to.
and I think what went wrong for Hydropump in that team fight is Pandabot got in onto Chef J. Chef J was able to flash out the safety, but there was no further follow-up. Skooker went in,
Mhm.
didn't quite hit the carries that he needed to hit on the side of Imperial Gaming, so they just blew all the CC and damage onto the front line of Imperial Gaming. Didn't quite have enough to finish that team fight.
Now we see a more calm game, at least for a minute. Oh, Vi, do you wanna invade? Do you wanna try? Because I need to dear. Okay, okay.
Zerg's
Nothing
Fire,
going
though,
on.
looking for Skooger, but Skooger realizes maybe there's someone down here. I should be careful. Oh, I checked this. Azur's waiting a long time for this. Skooger's going to walk into it unless he potentially checks something. Realizes that the mid laner is not showing. How patient will Azir be?
Yeah, and now we see original has now 6 kills and uh, 500 bounty,
Mhm.
but it's still as we've seen on previous situations. Ari lost her ult, lost her flash,
If she's
and
going in,
whenever
has to be
tried the
careful.
ult,
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
Realized the whole team was there. Maybe not quite the engage that Ish wanted, but
but at least not spells were wasted,
yeah.
so it's okay in the end.
So, yep, no
It
big cooldowns for him.
didn't matter. Sorry.
All right, well, I just don't know what you do with the Jacks. Up, 30 CS or 20 CS, my apologies, almost in the top lane. Really starting to bring the pain on the JJ up on the top side. There are 3 people. This is what we talked about earlier, though. Panda, a ward will spot out the jungler on the top side, and IG realizes that, hey, there's a couple top. Let's just push this bottom turret and tanking up the final shots of the turret to make that one go down. And the gold lead continues to about 5k gold now, separating these two teams. IG looks like they again are in the driver's seat and will have to make some big mistakes to prevent the 2-0.
Yeah, the
Oh, here
Hydropump
could be
here.
one.
Oh,
Yep, Xerax realized, oh, maybe we're into the Leona stun now. Panda forced to flash out. The bull time comes through on the 2 members. The Leona ultimate, though, cease and assist on the key. Key's in a lot of trouble right now. Meanwhile, Chef Cherry trying to kite out Ish. Noble on the backside, though, slaps down the carry. Chef J gets taken down as well. It's a 3v3 top lanes.
ooh.
Noble's going for it. Onto the Vex. Flashes out. Tries to get the team to safety. Buys enough time. And Imperial can escape, losing the mid laner and the bottom.
The case here was that Dex distracted the rest of Hydropump team to not have any more damage, any more chaos, but
Mhm.
still it's a bad situation because we have another dragon up in 5 seconds, so we have still a, g- a
That's gonna be a big fight again.
risky,
Third Drake.
yeah, yeah, we have a risk situation right here again.
Yeah, he does have flash. Chef does not. So we kind of saw the strengths and weaknesses of these comps. Key able to drop the bolt time, but Hunter just drops Leona ultimate. Okay, hold on though. Panda boat in a lot of trouble. The stun comes through, goes into the ultimate, but Chef J picked that one up. And on the side of Chef J, on the flip side, Chef J able to input a lot of damage in these team fights, but once someone gets onto the Varus, pretty much useless in the fights and just dies. So if Imperial is able to keep Chef J alive and let him output this kind of ranged damage to the Varus, I think they're going to be okay, but they just have to make sure that, Panda or Skugger doesn't just blow up Chef J in these fights.
Yeah, Zurich could see the opportunity to give a pick off and just did it, and the
Yeah.
team just followed up.
Yeah.
It's a good cooperation. I thought they
Baron,
were not
half health. It
gonna blow.
is it is spotted, but no one's going to be there in time. So third Drake and Baron back to back. Try to stop the backs. Oh, Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble here, but not enough damage follow up. Hunter does have to take the long way. The walk of
Just
shame.
the first fight.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, Baron on
just
5
quick.
members.
Yeah. But still, we have now a good panorama for Imperial Gaming.
Mhm.
If we try to see on the side that we were concerned about lethality virus, but he can also use his range
Mhm.
for a good thing, but still fragile and still can ruin everything as well as misfortune with her lack of mobility. So the I think the game is on the hands of Pickup. on both sides.
Yeah. And looking at a top lane matchup now, the Jack's pretty much fully online. Gonna be a monster in that sideline and do quite well in team fights. Ish looking for it though. The ultimate comes through from the Nocturne into a whole bunch of CC. The bullet time though does connect, but just not quite enough damage. Everyone's just standing and taking the whole bullet time. And Workman goes down. This is a pretty good fight right now. Hydropump looking to try to get rid of Noble here. A little bit more damage from Key comes through, and just like that, which
Great.
Scooter going in as well. The flash comes through. One more hit onto 0x. A triple kill for Scooter. And we saw what happens when the setup is there for Key. Imperial maybe not quite respecting that bullet time. They took the full brunt of that damage. And just like that, this game is flipped on its head.
I told you, Miss Spartan's ult is powerful when you use it, and you had the opportunity to use it well. And it outcomes with an ace for okay, an inhibitor, and
Yeah, first to
they have
crack
it
the
out.
base as well. Yeah, so big swing. Took the Baron buff off of all the members as well. So we are pretty much back to what is like a 2,500 gold lead, which was, I honestly thought Imperial couldn't throw this game, but it was such a high gold lead. But after that cataclysmic team fight, uh, it's we're back to a banger of a matchup again.
The comp was definitely here a good key, and as we said, actually, I'm glad I was wrong, because I said a pickoff would be good on on the
Oh, JJ's looking
on
for
the
Zer.
side, but
Comes through. Okay,
okay. I said a
looking a little
pickoff
dangerous.
would be good for both teams, but it started with a Nocturne, and Rel could get the reach for a gap closer and an ultimate, and just as much as faster, a Hydropump could follow up, and that's what they needed.
Yeah.
Just what? Ooh, okay.
Yeah, 18 to 16. JJ might have bit off a little more than he can chew. I don't think Noble quite has kill pressure yet because JJ is fairly tanky, but yeah, they're just, playing some games up in the top lane. Yeah, and honestly, I thought that the engage from Hydropump was absolutely doomed. It was so forced, it looked like, but props to them. They played it really well and really have a chance back into this game right now.
I think this Leandrion Sand could be another thing, another item to protect his barrier, but okay, I understand. And now Hydropump just will start the
Yeah, they're
dragon.
teleporting in, double TP in the bot lane. They want this, but the rest of the team isn't there. Hydropump was pulling this out, realized they got spooked off double teleports, it looks like, and somehow it worked out in the favor of Imperial. Hydropump was there, but they seeded the dragon area as well. Oh, coming through. They're looking for some damage here. Comes down onto two people. The Varus ultimate comes through. Pandaboy's in trouble. MF ultimate over the top. Not doing nearly enough damage. Drake goes down, so Mountain Soul over to IG. They're looking to clean the fight up. Scooger not able to get in this fight. Not enough damage done. JJ running for their life. And what was a really discombobulated, all over the place fight fell apart for Hydropump here as JJ's getting chased down, but it is in Udyr, so should be able to run away from this. Yeah.
Always
Works looking for it. JJ's
twice.
giving him the runaround.
Oh my god, no!
He's playing with them. He's trying to have some fun, but I'm thinking
no.
JJ doesn't get out of this, but
Oh my
look
god,
at
the
the
shield!
healing from this is ridiculous. Meanwhile,
Oh my
in the
god,
bot lane,
this is ridiculous.
yeah,
This is
he's gonna get out actually. Look at him go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Works
he could distract Vi for a long time. It was good.
Realized it was not worth the time to kill the Udyr. Not going to happen, so not even having to burn Ghost. JJ able to run around Workman on the top side and actually walk out of this. They are going to set up a kill bush, though, potentially on the blue buff. No one going to check it, though, so they said, yeah, maybe we should start Baron instead with the 4 Drakes of Mountain Soul. They're really trying to draw them into this bush, but decide they're going to start it up instead. This could get risky. I mean, there is a pretty big lead, about 5k for IG, but they're looking for
No,
this potentially.
Hydropump
Hunter's
has
on a half
no.
health. Yeah, Noble
Hydropump
trying to frontline.
is
Ish
too
just
far
looking to
from
get in. The
goal.
stun comes through. He's on the wrong side of this team fight, though, potentially. Gonna come through. Nocturne comes through. The Vex comes flying in as well. That's one kill over to Scooger. The Varus goes down as well. The bot lane of IG is dead. They're trying to get the rest of the top side away from the onslaught that is Hydropump. Pinging in on the open inhibitor. 4 members strong, maybe looking to potentially end this game as your X-Fire comes back. The stun comes through onto Noble. The cease and desist, that's the first kill going over. But the Vex doing so much damage right now. Warwick and Noble forced to run away. Panda trying to get the damage through the flash stun, but there's no follow-up. They're going to lose 1 member, the 3 side of the top side, the 3 of them for IG. Defend the base, and the inhibitor respawns as well, so maybe they should have just reset and looked for some more vision control. They did force it, lost a member, but this game definitely delivering for game 2 here.
Yeah, I'm really liking this second game, and I think it just wasn't good as expected, sorry, for Hydropump because he was too far away from his team because if he couldn't nuke, so he couldn't give his damage, but still has a good outcome. But now inhibitor has a respawn, as you said, so Imperial now has protection again, but it's all reaching to a third game.
Yeah, we're getting to that point where Varus, we're 37 minutes in, Varus with lethality, couple items. I'm kind of worried about how long he can survive in these team fights if they really do get in on him with Scooger and Panda Boat. But on the side lane, taking a look at the gold difference, it's a 3k difference pretty much in the side lane in favor of Noble here. So that's really where the big lead is right now on this map, 5k between the two teams. And JJ posturing up mid, trying to get that Baron priority, but Vision's still kind of in favor right now of Imperial Gaming as they do see territory. Hunter could be in a little bit of trouble here. The stun comes through, decides to go in. Azure X on the flank. The Misfortune gets blown up. Scooter goes golden, and it's going to be not enough damage output. JJ's going to go down as well. Ish trying to save the top laner. Actually, JJ taking a long time to kill. Meanwhile, up in the backside, Chef J trying to kill Scooter. Does get the kill. Triple kill over to Warwick, man. And that is an ace. A clean 5-4-0. And the Baron going over to Imperial Gaming.
Honestly, I thought they could just go mid and get the inhibitor. But okay, they decided to go Baron. Who am I to discuss? Who am I to disagree?
I think they're playing it safe.
Okay,
Yeah.
they still go mid.
Yeah, I mean, Elder up in 59 seconds. So ultimately, this game will be decided on the Elder. There is a 10,000 gold difference, but if for some reason Pandaboat is able to steal the Elder, they could still pull this game out. It's not a big chance, but there is always the flip of Elder should IG try to force the issue. And again, the poor MF left to their own devices. Great flank coming out of Azure X-Fire to just delete the AD carry. He and Warwick Main connected on that kill and basically changed the dynamic of that team fight instantly.
Yeah, and considering the fact that we have Nocturne on the blue side that can, as you said, flip the entire outcome of this game, if he steals the Elder, but I think
Ultimate comes through. Oh, X could be in trouble. Ish is there for the stun. The CC comes through. The bullet time. The flash comes out, but they're sitting in the bullet time right now. Warwick's in a lot of trouble right now. Panda Boat forced to flash. Hunter trying to peel for the 80 carry. Chef J untouched. The lethality bars going unchecked in this team fight. Everyone piled forward. The front line was able to stand strong. That will be game 2 going over to IG. We have not seen them in Blue Otter for 3 years. They have shown up big week 1 of the Platinum League to take down Hydropump Great Whites in a commanding 2-0 fashion in this series.
Ooh, Vex is trying to calm down the situation, but it's not giving any damage as well. And it's the end.
GG's over Imperial Gaming 2-0. Game 1 was a stomp. Game 2, fairly back and forth. Both teams really had the opportunity to run away with the game, but both teams fighting hard. But in the end, the team fighting prowess of Imperial Gaming won out, and they take down Hydropump and what was a banger 40-minute game in Game 2 here.
Yeah, I liked the way Imperial conducted the game to a safe situation, but still, okay, Hydropump still had chances with the comp. It was a good comp, I think, but still they couldn't make it because the responses too too cohesive. I think they tried to put on a comp that could dominate the jungles, the sides, but still work so much on team fights, but they couldn't make the most of it, and that's why I think they couldn't get this game too. But GG's to Imperial, so I think we have an MVP.
Oh, man. I think, yeah, I would give it to Azure. Azure carried Game 1 on Azeri, pulled off some crazy team fight flanks in Game 2 to really kill the back line of Hydropump. So shout out to Azure. Great 2 games from you. And yeah, I think I'm excited Imperial's back. They were always a dark horse previous seasons, and they're looking really good in this first game. So I'm excited to see how Platinum shakes out for the rest of the season. And with that, though, I believe we have a org streaming a Game 3. So we're going to say our goodbyes in just a second and throw you over there. I'm Traxon. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you guys tomorrow with Gold and Diamond action. Back here next week with some more Platinum. Have a good night and good luck with your teams. Hope you guys win.